We are now going to go from Poland and Berlin to the Iberian Peninsula. In 1936, transnational European politics took the form of the international brigades. In 2015, our Greek Spring was crushed by the Troika, so that the people of Spain would not even think of voting for a government that said no to the Troika. We are all in this together. We are very pleased, as part of the European Spring, to welcome to our bosom Actúa, a new political party in Spain. I'm going to call to the podium María Garzón Molina and Arantxa Asmara Rodriguez, speaking on behalf of Actúa.
Good evening. We know Europe has many problems, but Europe has a big one: austerity. Austerity has been the rule for the past years in Europe. And Europe has become a playground for the super rich, increasing inequality and poverty for the many. Oligarchs can simply buy a European passport. For example, in our country, Spain, it only costs 5,100 euros. So, if we have opaque banking sector and tax havens right here in Europe, what is the result? The creation of a new European aristocracy. And we believe, as Europeans, that we cannot afford such an unfair Europe. Because Europe is not a club. Europe is for the citizens. Now that we know the problem, let's hear the solutions with Maria.
Thank you. So, okay, we know the problem, don't we? So what does the European Spring propose? Well, European Spring stands for prosperity for the many and austerity for the aristocracy. Let's change the rules, okay? To make Europe more fair. And someone said it's all about political will. We know many of that in Spain too. We don't have many political will for many things, so let's change the rules. And what we propose is, first, we will put an end to tax havens, both inside and outside Europe. Because, for example, just a week ago, the Council of Europe rejected the list proposed by the Commission of third countries in risk of financing terrorism and money laundering. In that list was Arabia Saudi. Well, that's a shame, because human rights are not in sale. Second, we will demand transparency. Someone already said that. But we will demand it in the banking sector, and not only, also in public administration and private companies. Well, in Spain, we've suffered a lot of corruption. And we also had to suffer the rescue of our banks. Listen, more than 60,000 millions, yes, I said millions of euros went to our banks. And what do we have now? We have more poverty. We have a lot of people that are losing their houses. We have been losing our rights, those rights that are in Spain, as many in other countries. But those rights were fight for many people in our country that have no justice, that has no reparation, that has no truth, not yet 40 years after our dictatorship. So, we will protect whistleblowers. They say that. We will fight for transparency. And also, we will introduce a beneficial ownership registry to make clear who is behind each and every cell company. And finally, we will end the systems of passport purchases. This gives mobility to the criminal oligarchs while we are denying it to the migrants of on our shores. Someone said that he wanted and not wanted to be here. Well, that stands for me too. I love my country. I love to be in my country. But see, in Spain we believe in Europe. I have been believing and waiting a lot from Europe. As I told you, we come from a dictatorship. We have a lot of poverty. We have many expectations on Europe. So we need to put human rights forward. We need to build that Europe. That is why I stand for Actúa to Europe. We need to find the way to do Europe for the people, for you and for me, and for everyone.